Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to show you how to buy good lily bulbs and what to look for. So this first one came from a mail order company, and you can see that they packed him in moist peat. The second one also came from a mail order nursery, but it's not packed in anything. And the third one is from a garden center company which keeps the color packed bulbs at room temperature. And I made invisible the grower because I don't want to blame him. Normally these bulbs should be kept cool at refrigerated temperatures, and he has no influence on the how the garden centers are going to keep these. And also in the supermarkets they keep them in at room temperature. So let's start with this one. These are packed in moist peat. Sorry, flu season. And you can see that the bulbs have beautiful, long, moist, living basal roots. And this plant will going to flower very nicely. The base of the bulb is clean and healthy, and it's a heavy bulb, and you see that if you press it a little bit, it's very firm. So this is a good bulb. It's going to flower very nicely for me. And so I close it up because lilies don't have a waxy layer on their bulbs, so they are very susceptible for drying out. So lily bulbs and, for example, snowdrops should be packed moist because they do not like drying out. This second one is I was really afraid in the beginning that these bulbs are not going to grow nicely for me because they dried out and they're soft and light, but they will be okay. What I'm looking for is mold, because when the bulbs are stored dried and then they get moist again, mold usually appears on the scales. And these molds, oh, there you go. So these molds are grayish or greenish or bluish molds, like, you know, Roquefort cheese and blue Stilton is the same genre of mold, but don't eat this one because it's not going to be good for you. So when you receive these little bit shriveled ones, and you can see that it has no living basal roots, I thought in the first couple of years when I started buying these that they will be very bad, but they will flower. Maybe in the first year they are not going to show their best, but they are going to be good in their second year. So what I do is, when I see these moldy parts, I just pick out these scales, and I don't throw them on the compost because it's a pathogen and it can live on dead plant material for months or for years. So I'm going to throw these out in the trash. And what I do with these bulbs is I clean them, and then I will soak these bulbs in a fungicide solution. It is very important that you don't put these bulbs longer in the fungicide solution than 20 minutes. So 15-20 minutes is quite enough, because these fungicides are designed to be sprayed on the leaves on the plants, and the leaves have all waxy layers on them. So if you leave them for half an hour, it can start burning the scales of these bulbs. And then when I soak them, I get them out from the solution and wait half an hour, and then I pack them in moist peat. So I already prepared my peat here. This is core actually, not peat, because I try to be environmentally friendly. And the third one is, I think, the worst. And when you buy a flower bulb in these capped, and I'm not going to show you the face of the cap because I don't want the grower to be recognized, because it's not their fault usually. So these are usually kept at room temperature, and it's very, very bad for all kinds of flower bulbs. In the spring planting flower bulbs, tulips can withstand, and daffodils and hyacinths to be kept at room temperature, but spring flowering bulbs and especially the bare-rooted perennials are not able to survive that. So when you know that they are going to bring these stuff in, you go and buy on the first couple of days, preferably within the first week, because after a week or two they dry out and they die. So I'm opening it for you just to show you how bad the situation is with these bulbs. And these were brought in the second week of January, and now 3 weeks later they pack the bulbs in peat, but it's dried out, and this is the lily bulb, and this is not going to grow for you. And you cannot, because it's white, you don't see what shape the bulb is and how does it feel. So when you buy these and you feel it's very light, just don't buy it, because it's going to cause you heartache. And this plant is not a living plant, and it's sad, but all living things die once. So I hope this was educational for you, and I'm going to bring these back inside, because you see that the moisture is starting to compensate on the package inside. So I will bring back in my dark unheated room, which is frost free, and keep these there. And I'm going to pack them in peat, core, moist core, and I will keep them for a couple of weeks until the soil gets thawed really well and I can plant them. So thank you for your attention, and see you next time. Goodbye.